Don't hold your breath waiting for that check. All right.
Hey, I used to want to be a cop, so I guess it's better than having... If I'm a bad driver, I don't think I should have went for that.
She flashes her things to me and Gavin, not the little kids. I go...
Carried away, okay? She was your friend. I think she's still your friend. Talk into the mic so I can hear you. Tell her it was $1,115.
Era $1,000. But yeah, it was all mine.
A motorist with a bad attitude gets some helpful advice from Judge Caprio. She requested for an interpreter before the case started, but her English wasn't so bad. She had 2 red light violations.
The light is yellow, it's red, and there you go. There's no question about that. Wait a minute, we're going to see the other one. The other is on Branch and Charles, which is...
In the second footage, it was quite vivid that she went through the red light. She also had a parking ticket on George Street that she paid. Judge Frank stated that he was going to dismiss that. She explained that the one on Branch Street was her boyfriend, and according to her, he paid for it. The judge told her that he didn't, but she had sent it through the mail the day before.
The other one was her daughter.
Which one did which ticket did her boyfriend pay for? Does she know? Was it Branch Avenue or was it?
The one on Branch Avenue.
He asserted that they were going to leave the one she claimed her boyfriend paid open till they get the check. And if they don't, she'll be coming back to court, and he is going to charge her $85 for the one her daughter went through. She explained she was not working and asked if he could reduce the charge. Judge Frank stated that he was going to put her on a payment plan.
Actually, how old is her daughter?
¿Qué edad tiene tu hija?
20 años.
She's 20.
20. Mm-hmm. Well, her daughter can pay for it.
Que tu hija puede pagarlo.
Es que ella ahora fue que empezó a trabajar.
She just started working.
Due to the look on her face, the judge told her she had a bad attitude. He then iterated that the ticket should not be disposed of, as he has left it open till the check her boyfriend sent is confirmed. Her attitude was really questionable, and it was quite obvious she could speak perfect English. A defendant tries to keep her insurance from going up by not slamming her brakes. She was charged with going through a red light on Smith Street and River Avenue at 1:13 in the afternoon.
Light is yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. What's the time on that, Inspector Quinn? 0.3. All right. Is there anything you want to tell me about this?
She stated that she was quite aware she was not supposed to stop for yellow lights, but when she realized it was yellow and she was late for school, she decided to try and beat it, thinking she would be able to make it, but unfortunately, she didn't.
I didn't want to slam on my brakes because, like, you know that thing for your insurance to get, like, reduced insurance? Like, there's that little thing you put in there, and if you do a hard brake, like, you don't get, like, the insurance discount. So I was just like, if I hard brake, then...
No one else was behind her either, and she thought, oh well, how bad could it be? Judge Frank then told Inspector Quinn that the statute provides for 0.2 of a second, but hers was 0.3 of a second. He further explained that it's been a customary position that 0.3 of a second is close enough to 2. The city must also prove its case by clear and convincing evidence.
We're going to take into consideration that it was only 0.3 of a second. Where do you go to school?
Thank you. Rick. Rhode Island College.
Oh, I know. Rick. And what are you studying?
Elementary and special ed.
Oh, I thought you were studying road safety.
Judge Frank definitely missed this. She had told her dad to shut up. How disrespectful. The judge made an observation, which I'm glad he noticed. He advised her to always address people by their title, or the court's title, when she's in a situation where there is constitutive authority. To make matters worse, she is chewing gum. She stated she realized she was when she was sitting down, so she was trying to hide it underneath her tongue because she couldn't find a trash can.
You were a kid chewing gum in school. Did they have to put the gum on your nose? Yes. But we're not going to do that to her. I could give her a choice, either the 85 or put the gum on her nose, but I won't do that to her.
That would have probably taught her a better lesson. The case was dismissed. The judge gets angry when he can't prosecute a defendant for urinating in public. The police report dealing with Mr. Ephraim stated the security guard had stated that he had received several complaints of a male later identified as Ephraim Logan who was urinating against a fence to a children's playground at Burnside Park.
We spoke with Logan, who stated several times he had to pee because he was drinking. Counsel?
Yes. So, Your Honor, my client...
You don't dispute the facts?
Yeah. No, my client... we do not dispute the facts. My client would like to speak to provide context for what happened.
First off, why would an adult do something like that? Even worse, were children playing? He affirmed that he was an alcoholic and he was driving around on his scooter. The more he talked, the worse it got. The counsel stated that he didn't have any witnesses, and it was all hearsay. I don't think there was a need to defend him again. I mean, he confessed that he did it.
I was gonna go into the terminal to go pee, but then I saw Gavin Finner T. I said, Gavin, hi. Hi, Gavin, hi, Amalia. And that's when we like to have fun. Me, Gavin, and Amalia, we all like to have fun.
Can he even hear himself? It's the fact that he didn't even think what he did was wrong. He was literally 3 minutes away from a public restroom. He had a choice to either go there or urinate against a fence in a children's playground. And to show how irresponsible and uncouth he was, he picked urinating against a children's playground fence.
And
What's
then
the recommendation on this? I heard enough from this guy. I don't want to hear anymore.
Your Honor, he is definitely not helping his cause here, but Your Honor, unfortunately, I don't have the witness statement from the RIPTA driver or the RIPTA supervisor who observed the act, so.
He really needs to be taught a lesson. Judge Frank stated that he was going to reluctantly accept the recommendation because there was no proper witness statement by the RIPTA driver. He further stated that if there was witnesses, he wouldn't agree to the disposition, neither would Inspector Quinn.
Notwithstanding the fact that you tell me you're an alcoholic, right? If you come back again, similar circumstances, you're going to do a lot more than time served. Just telling you. Remember that. Matter is dismissed on the recommendation of the city on time served with a great deal of reluctance on behalf of the court.
There are a lot of adults fun to engage in, but urinating at a children's playground definitely isn't one of them. He was lucky to have walked out of the court scot-free. Donna Andrews is in court with counsel, and she was charged with disorderly conduct. According to her file, she hasn't had any prior police contact. Well, that's commendable, but it appears that she had a really bad day.
She tried to attack me, and I did the best I could to defend myself.
All right. Let me tell you what the police say, okay? Police were called to a scene because there was an argument going on between you and a friend.
The argument escalated to something beyond being friends, so the police tried to get the two of them to stop arguing and disturbing the peace of the neighborhood. Her friend obeyed and left, but she wouldn't, so she started screaming at her friend, calling her names, and saying she was going to take her head off when the police left.
The behavior was so disruptive to the point where several neighbors woke up and stood outside of their houses, unable to sleep because of your behavior. Traffic was backed up because of this, and according to the police report, you refused to calm down.
According to the police report, she refused to calm down, and the police tried to defuse the situation several times, but she would not budge. They then spoke to the other female, who stated she was a friend of hers. She also mentioned that she had stopped by her house to hang out and have a few drinks, but after a few drinks, her friend stated she had become engaged in an argument over a common male interest.
Triangle, you know, it's always the triangle. So that's what the police report says.
Your Honor,
Okay.
they attacked.
Now, wait a minute. You have an attorney. You want to allow her to talk?
She's lying. She attacked me. And when the cops showed up, she pretended like everything was
She explained that she was still upset about it, hence why she was still going on about it. Judge Frank asked her how many drinks she had. She stated she had a lot, but she wouldn't call it disorderly conduct. A lot is happening all at the same time. She reiterated that her friend had attacked her while she was in her vehicle, so she had left the car because of that.
Back over there. Get over there. Listen to me. We're not here to hurt you, okay? Your friend is still your friend. She didn't try, well, I'm just telling you from what I'm reading in the report. She was not insisting that you get arrested. As a matter of fact, she tried to talk the police out of arresting you, okay?
It turns out the police actually made the decision to arrest her because they believed her conduct was disruptive. This was her first episode with the law. She's had a clean sheet. Drinking responsibly can't be overemphasized. This could have been all avoided. She needed to calm down and not let it go past where it already has.
She was your friend. I think she's still your friend. I know you feel like your friendship has been betrayed, but work it out. So now you're represented by counsel, and she's excellent counsel. So, counsel, are you going to make a recommendation in this matter?
Your Honor, the offer from the city...
Her counsel stated that the offer of the city was no time served, but apparently, Donna doesn't currently have any record, so time served would technically be a criminal conviction for her. She was also hoping it could be resolved without giving her any sort of record.
You can set it down for a filing, and she can file for the motion for expungement. I'll do a month filing or whatever, but in all with the time served, she could still file for the expungement, Your Honor, because the matter will be dismissed.
All right.
Judge Frank asserted that he was going to take the counsel's and Inspector Quinn's recommendation. He's going to put her NOLO. She's also going to be released on time served, which means there won't be any further punishment. A mother who is enabling her son gets an expensive lesson in tough love through a heated exchange with Judge Frank Caprio. She doesn't speak English, so he's going to be translating for her.
You are related, you're a sister?
No, she's my mom.
Oh, but you look so young. Who's going to do the talking?
I'm gonna do the talking.
Well,
First off, she has 3 different registration points, which technically seemed like she had a number of tickets which she didn't pay, so she changed the registration. But unfortunately, she got a number of tickets on that same plate, and she changed it again. That's some audacity he has. I bet she thought they'll never catch him.
never catch us. Is that what it means to you, Inspector Quinn?
Generally, that's what they do, Judge, yes.
Yeah.
And then when they rack up tickets on the second plate, they go for a third registration.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened here.
She so it's 3 different cars. Is hers, then her husband, and then one is mine. Is all under her name.
It's going to
Judge Frank asserted that it was going to cost her $300 for the tickets. Coupled with that is a $100 boot fee, and it's going to cost her a total of $400. She asked if the fine could be reduced because she wants to pay it up completely just to get over it. The judge then told her son to tell her that the fine was $1,115. That's a lot, and that's obviously enough leniency from the judge. He refused to tell her, so the judge had to call the court's interpreter.
Usted le pusieron la bota y todo hace $1,130.
So I'm charging her $450 total. Tell her that.
So, en total, eso lo va a bajar a $450.
So instead of $1,165, she's paying $450. Tell her
So,
that.
en vez
He stated that he was not reducing it anymore. She then explained she had registered the car for her son so she could go to university, but unfortunately, he's been receiving a lot of tickets. That's surely not the right way to repay a mother that's just trying to make life easier.
Sympathies are with her, but she had better straighten her son out and tell her the way that she solves that problem is to take the keys and let him take a bus.
él tiene simpatía con usted, pero el problema es que usted, como debe resolverlo es tomando las llaves y dejarlo que coja la guagua.
Okay.
Or she tells
Better still just tell him to get a job so he could pay for the tickets. Mothers shouldn't always have to suffer for the problems their children cause. Sometimes they have to learn how to take responsibility for their actions.